Hey guys, it's me again. I'm so sorry for not updating you guys a lot more than I have. I've been really busy these past few months, just with everything I've been doing. To update you a little bit, I have been in the Air Force for a year now. It's kind of hard to believe. A lot of you who have been subscribed to me or following me since I first started my journey, I can't believe that we've all kind of come this far. I know a lot of you were planning on joining the Air Force. I know a lot of you were in the process, and I hope that all of you were able to succeed and to get this far, and it's crazy. I'm going to tell you in this video just a little bit about my year in the Air Force, what I've been able to do, update you a bit more than I have. Again, I'm open to questions, any comments that you guys might have. I want to know how all of you are doing. I want to know if you want to know anything about what I do, but I'm going to give you a little overview. So currently right now I'm stationed at Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana. Most of you probably have never heard of this place. It's not the largest base in the world, but it's good sized. I really like it. I have an amazing squadron that I'm a part of, and wonderful leadership. It's a great place to be. I'm very definitely proud of where I work, so that's always a good thing. One of the things I was going to tell you is a little bit about my job and what I do. I am a dental technician for the dental squadron here at Barksdale. I pretty much, it's really simple. I work for a dentist. I assist him in multiple different types of procedures, including cavity fillings. We learn everything from simple fillings to oral surgery to crowns and root canals and things like that. It's a lot of work, a lot of memorization. And currently right now I'm working on my CDCs. I'm making this on my iPad just because I might move around a little bit and I want to be able to have room to do that. So this is currently what I'm working on. I can't show you what it is I'm working on because that is against the rules, but I can tell you that, do you see all of this right here? This is my CDCs. This is what I'm currently learning. For me, I have 3 sets. That is the second set of CDCs. Each set is made up of a certain amount of volumes, and every volume you have a month to study, and then you have the next volume issued to you, which you study for a month, and so on and so forth. And once you're finished with all the volumes, you have one last month to study all 4 and then take your end of course test or your EOC. So currently right now I'm studying for my EOC on my 2nd set, and I start my 3rd set after I take my EOC. And I take my EOC on Wednesday of next week, so cross your fingers that I do well. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now, which is why I've been really busy and I haven't made a lot of videos. It takes a lot of my time to study, so yeah. So pretty much what I do during the day is I get up around 6 a.m. I start getting ready for my day. I just, obviously do my hair, get dressed, all that stuff. I'm still currently, in regs with the hair. It's nice. But I wake up, I walk to my dental clinic. It's actually right behind my dorms, which is really nice. I set up for any procedure that I have that day, so I see a certain amount of patients a day, and I have to know how to set up for each different type of procedure. It's part of the job. I get a lunch break, like an hour a day. It really is very much just like a normal job. You wear a uniform, and you all we see is really military members, but it's a nice job. I really appreciate the opportunity that I got with this job, so it's fantastic for me. I get off every day at anywhere from 3:30 if we have PT in the afternoon, or 4:30 on just a regular day. And then I have the weekends off, so I really like my job. Like I said, I'm currently at Barksdale Air Force Base. A little bit about Barksdale. It's the oldest bomb wing in the Air Force. It's been around since 1932. It's home of the B-52H Stratofortresses. We have about 44. If you don't know what that looks like, I'll go ahead and post a little picture up for you.
They wake up much too much, but see our
They're pretty awesome. They're crazy huge and crazy loud. As a matter of fact, if my iPad was any better, you could hear one right now because it just started up like a second ago. So yeah, you probably can't hear it, but yeah, they're pretty loud. So Barksdale is assigned to Air Force Global Strike Command, which is essentially it's the 8th Air Force. We provide like combat ready forces to conduct nuclear deterrence. So we're the command for that. Pretty much everything that has to do with nukes we control. So it's pretty cool. But we don't really do much of that obviously right now. But it's really neat to think that my base is like has a big part in the Air Force. So that's really cool. There's only one other base with B-52s, and that's Minot in North Dakota. So it's pretty cool to be a part of a base that's kind of surrounded around like one major role in the Air Force. That's really neat. Barksdale played a lot of major roles in the past. A lot of you might have heard of Operation Desert Shield or Desert Storm, Operation Enduring Freedom. B-52s played a big part in that, and Barksdale had a lot to do with helping in that. So that's pretty awesome, and I'm proud of my base. I'm proud of what we do for the Air Force. It's cool to be a part of this team. So definitely an experience. Like I said, I've been in for a year. It's kind of crazy to think, actually. It doesn't feel like a year, but it has been. I've made a lot of really good friends, and I've met a lot of really cool people. I've had the privilege to meet my commander here of the 2nd Bomb Wing. I've met a lot of really big names. I've actually met the Secretary of the Air Force when I was in basic training, so there's a lot of really cool things I've been able to do. When I was in basic training, I was volunteering, and I say volunteering, they assign you to volunteer, which is still, I guess, voluntold, to provide kind of a security detail during one of the graduations, and this was during my 4th week of basic training. So when these flights were graduating, one of the guest speakers was the Secretary of the Air Force. In case you don't know who that is, it's the Honorable Deborah Lee James. And so it was amazing. Like, it was crazy. I don't know how to explain it. She rolled up. There was Secret Service. Their little earphones, and they were like, I don't know. It was ridiculous. But it was really cool, and I got to meet her, and that was really neat. A few other things I've done this year. When I got to my base and I got settled and I started working on my job and everything like that, I started learning as much as I could and trying to help out, and I ended up winning a Diamond Sharp Award, which essentially is given to an airman who they feel stands out within their squadron. And then there's 3 levels, so the first level, you compete against your squadron. They kind of choose you out of your squadron on who wins Diamond Sharp Award. So I had 1 squadron, and then I went up against other airmen to a board, and a board is essentially a bunch of senior NCOs who sit at a table, and they ask you a few questions, they interview you, and you have about 5 minutes to have them get to know you and get your perspective on the Air Force, and the way that you conduct yourself and the way that you answer the questions is what determines whether or not you win. And I ended up winning at the group level, which is a big deal, and I went up against the wing and sadly did not win, but it was crazy. I was leaving I was really upset that I didn't win, but you know, it was a cool opportunity anyway. And I was leaving from that board, and the it was just crazy. Like, the chief master sergeant on base, like right underneath our commander, came up to me, and he shook my hand and said that he was very impressed with me, and you know, he was glad that he was able to be there for my board. It was one of the first boards he had attended, and just to hear that from somebody like him who had worked so hard to be where he was, and talking to me, was really neat. You can probably hear taps. It's really sad. Anyway, but so it was a really neat experience. Other than that, I volunteered quite a bit getting here, in all different ways. I volunteered with the First Four, which is like an organization on base that's made up from E1 to E4, essentially, airmen that just kind of group together, and you know, we kind of like provide fun things for the airmen to do on base. They had a masquerade ball going on that I helped out with, and that was just a big thing. And every time you volunteer at your base, you get bullets, and these bullets provide information for like you can call it your Air Force resume. And those bullets are things that you want because it shows people how you applied yourself during your time in the Air Force, and it's a good thing to have. And I volunteered for that. I've also volunteered for something called Santa's in Blue, and it's where they bring together a bunch of foster children from around the area. And the Air Force volunteers to dress up as Santa Claus and elves and all these different things. And I was an elf this year, and we just hand out a bunch of free gifts to them. And it's really cool to see these kids who pretty much, you know, they don't have much. These families don't have much at all, and you give them a gift or 5. You know, we had a lot of gifts going out, and just to see their faces and see the appreciation on people's faces. And it wasn't even about the gifts, it was just about the fact that we were out there helping, and that was a really cool opportunity. And the other thing I've done is for New Year's, I actually went to Germany. Not many people knew that. I kind of kept it a secret. I was planning on surprising a few people there, so it was a really neat experience. Me and another airman from my base that actually went to tech school with me went, and it was really cool. I did a lot of really cool things. I went to about 6 different cities in Germany, and it's just crazy because I was able to spend New Year's there, and I just remember thinking, you know, when I stood on the balcony and I was listening to the fireworks, and you know, I was just appreciating my time there. It was crazy because a year before that I was standing, you know, outside in a flight, learning drill and being yelled at and going through, you know, the motions of basic training. And to be from there to where I am now is amazing and incredible, and I wouldn't change a thing. I'm very happy with the decision I made, and you know, I know a lot of you wonder like how I am and what's going on with me, and that's really what's going on with me. Is I'm enjoying my time, and I'm making the most of my experience in the Air Force. And whether or not this takes me for the rest of my life, you know, and I make a career out of this, or I get out after my term of 6 years, you know, I will be happy with the decisions that I've made, and I'll be happy with the experiences that I've had. And I think that's most important for me. So hopefully soon I can finish my CDCs. I can update you guys more on a lot more about myself and my time here. Expect more videos, some funny stuff. I was digging through some of my old videos from tech school, and I found a few things I might put together as a video to put up, just some random stuff to make you guys laugh, and definitely more to come. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you didn't, don't thumbs down. And subscribe if you haven't. Comment below with any questions, comments, or concerns you have about this video. So all of you have a wonderful day, afternoon, night, evening, whatever it may be for you. And I will talk to all of you later. So thank you so much, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. Bye.